Legends are lessons. They ring with truths.
Ugh, Mum!
I would advise you to make your peace with this. The clans are coming to present their suitors.
It's not fair!
Ugh, Merida, it's marriage. It's not the end of the world.
As storytellers, we believe it is imperative for us to study the art of storytelling. And today we are going to be talking about the reason we tell stories, the audience. Specifically, we're going to be honing in on the job we give them, not merely experiencing the story, but being a participant in their own right in the telling of the story. This is Audience Imposition.
I tore a great rift in our kingdom. There's no one to blame but me. And I know now that I need to amend my mistake and mend our bond.
Imposition is defined as the laying on of something as a burden or obligation. And this is somewhat true of what we're talking about, though in less of a negative turn than the definition implies. What we mean by audience imposition is the fact that we are handing the story over to the audience and trusting them with the receiving, the telling of it. As storytellers, we are always, or at least we should always be looking for someone to hear or read or watch our stories. And when we do find that audience, we hand it over and let them decide a great many things about it.
You chose to do that. If we sign this, we surrender our right to choose. What if this panel sends us somewhere we don't think we should go? What if there's somewhere we need to go and they don't let us? We may not be perfect, but the safest hands are still our own.
So even though the definition of the word imposition may seem like we're not doing the work, we are in fact supposed to do more work in order to gain a more positive response from our audience. There is a reason why films take months, if not years, to complete. And that's why books take draft after draft to finally find the final edit. This is the work we must do as storytellers behind the scenes so that when we hand over our stories, the audience will pat us on the back and say, "Good job."
Every time I think
What,
you
it's
see
100
things the right
acres
way.
with a lap pool. It's got a screening room. There's worse ways to protect people.
Protection. Is that how you see this? This is protection? It's internment,
She's
Tony.
not a U.S. citizen, and they
Oh,
don't
come
grant
on,
visas
Tony.
to weapons of mass
She's a
destruction.
kid.
Give me a break!
By the very nature of storytelling, the audience will always matter. If you were to show your movie to a colony of ants, the response would be lackluster at best, because they're not the audience you're looking for. You would be imposing a burden on them that they can't handle. This is why knowing your audience, the human beings of this world, is so important, because if you know what they can handle, then you can tell a story they will respond to. Not only is knowing the people of this world important, but also knowing the issues that those people are dealing with will help you in the long run. If George Lucas didn't know the very real imperialism that was going on with the US, then he wouldn't have been able to tell a modern classic in Star Wars. Knowing that his audience needs to see a few good people stand up against tyranny, even though they may not seem qualified, is exactly the reason that his story resonates with so many of his and our time.
No star system will dare oppose the Emperor now.
The more you tighten your grip, Tarkin, the more star systems will slip through your fingers.
If there's one thing you can't do, it's fool your audience. By the very nature of collective intelligence, they will see through all of your smoke and mirrors and get to the bottom line of your story. Even though they may not be able to articulate your story's themes and ideas exactly, they will absolutely be able to figure out if it's true or not. But don't take this as a bad thing, because if you tell them the truth, then they will realize it and it will resonate with them. By trusting your audience with the truth, they're going to take responsibility for their part of the story. This is why people champion stories they had no part in the making of. This is why you recommend a book to your friend or tell someone about the film you saw over the weekend.
I can't get involved. I've got work to do. It's not that I like the Empire, I hate it, but there's nothing I can do about it right now.
Imposing the receiving of your story onto the audience is as old as storytelling itself. You, as the storyteller, inevitably have to give up your story to the audience and let them do with it what they will. It may fall flat, they may hate it, but if you do your job by knowing the audience just as much as you know your story, and you tell the truth of the world, you're more likely to get the positive reaction that we all hope for when we say, "Once upon a time." And as always, keep writing.